Yaba was your phone about the best smart Ghana update. So we a news update meeting at the Addo a jampoma, a bread will be seen and some of course or Yemen, be ever so more. Now and the Honorable Muntala Muhammad Wono and the Yamashibi Journey at the Maternal Central for or the names about to join and some of the other Jana FR. Yes, 6 January 2021, the apostle, our Mashibi Jufi, and watches Uncle Ye Elkin be so. Nasenka ye, Mahama, and Enka. Nabai was soon be says, yes, a blank amount for Bonechi. I'm a peace council for you, not the one about two. There's a quiet, and another cook for the Ghana man payment. A came will be a union, not just a Ghana Hano. Near all come and see any say. A came say, Dodono, Adon and Addo, name of Dodono at time. Yero Mahama. Then no business sign be a Mahama, and a Nanado, or Munini Pana, and I any part and I will warm. Now, no, any problem, they say. Was a time or incident in the sea, and now you saw so your focal ram, I should be the fear near Patabi near yes, animal. I guess what movie service and penny for a Sefata, say, beside what to say. A national security minister was so anymore shade, or movie say, a minister for interior so anymore shade, just so maybe say, be also almost so many more shade. Na the impeding for the brain also can and say a chief marshal and I just one and an Sasha. Now I be crowing was a chief marshal, so one and a train come on to just one soon more shade. And I was the same po, say chief marshal, umpo, and as a soldier from Burahono. So when you movie be crumpona you be, and I instruct a woman, as so many sage man, or say idea uncle ye client or say Ghana for a condemning an adult, and then near my see 6 January, a Parliament House. You got here a year. Honorable Muntala Muhammad Imbra, ye bad, ye do honor, ye the better also.
On the issue of the invasion of Parliament. You see, they have been telling us wobbling stories. The narrative is changing every single minute. In one breath, they tell us that no, the commander realized that there was danger in Parliament and had to go. The first story, the first response they gave was that the commander was invited by the marshal, the chief marshal. The chief marshal granted interview on Joy FM and said that he never invited any military or policeman to come in there. He never did. He never. So they have abandoned that narrative and that falsehood, and they are now saying the commander. The Minister for National Security said that the commander. The Minister for Interior said the commander. The Minister for Justice, all of them claim the commander. Who is that commander? And I just tell them, leave that innocent commander alone. Because they will tell us a commander. That commander, if there is any commander who did that, is not above the law. But I can tell you that if there was any commander, that commander was instructed. At the time the instruction was done, we didn't have president. At the time the instruction was done, we didn't have minister. And mind you, ministers appointed by the president, their position are conterminous to that of the president. We didn't have that. So with what authority? And I have indicated publicly those who invited them into the chamber. And I have witnesses.
Who are those who invited?
Oh, but I said it. I said it was honorable nature. I didn't hide it.
Okay.
And Honorable Chairman Sabunsu had
what evidence do you have to prove that?
Look, Honorable Chairman Sabunsu had threatened. I was there, Honorable John Jinapo was there, Honorable Edward Bao was there. He told us that even if it means they bring in security into the chamber, they will do that. And you have my brother who claimed that there are military and security men.
So by mere statements made.
No, I'm saying that they will bring them in.
They know something about that.
Look, if they didn't, who brought them in? And they tell us, commander, that commander doesn't have a name? How could they have known that our lives were in danger when they were outside? Were they watching TV outside? Because the narrative is that they were there for the purposes of the swearing in of the president, who was fraudulently declared the president who never won the elections, that they were there for the purposes of the swearing in of Mr. Nanado. Was that not what they told us?
Exactly.
Were they watching TV out there? There isn't any TV out there. And then they could determine that our lives were in danger and for which reason they needed to move in. With what authority? That was an invasion on Parliament. That was a direct attack on the democracy of this country. And those bunch of hypocrites are quiet. Could you imagine this thing happen on the NDC? You would have found this council, whatever council, you would have found them, peace council and community council, you would have found them condemning. Bunch of hypocrites. None of them saw anything wrong with that. None of them condemned that despicable act. And as we sit today, they are not saying anything about it. Because it was President Mahama. Because they did not. Absolutely, because it was President Mahama. President Mahama, he is not a human being. So anything happens under his government, even with justification, let's condemn it. More than million times of that can happen under Mr. Nana Addo. Don't condemn. Because President Mahama and Mr. Nana Addo didn't come from the same place. That hypocrisy in this country is a danger to our democracy. Tell me, could this thing have happened under President Mahama? What would have been the narrative? What would have been the narrative? None of them sees anything wrong with that. God is watching them. Because you see, when you are a leader, when you are a leader of a society, don't think that you are just leading for a family. Every single deed of every man shall account for it.
I was saying something that you say, the Abana, was say, Ghana for any benefit, a hypocrite, assemble your monka, no me from the water, and they do on the side of big Akayano, the need Jack is in Kunya, Baba to us. Jack, yes, I shall be. Honorable Talana, you could say, now, December.
Asɛm na ɔwɔ Canada ɔn sɛ asɛm bia ɔmu no korɛ ana sɛbi wɔyɛ panyin sɛ wanka deɛ sɛ na ɛsɛ sɛ a ɛma yɛ nhu deɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkyerɛ a sɛ ɔyɛ panyin okay yama meka saa ne sɛ sɛ deɛ ɛkɔɔ so wɔ I think 6 January and sana yɛbɛsoɛ nana in 7 no deɛ ɛntwa yi yɛka sɛ twa yi a na yabre nyame okay antwa yi ba hokora na yemusa se soldiers for na call omukọ ye na eboa ya na se amwa in a way obi be ka se boy because they na ekoso ho na se control bia ni ho obi a respect speaker the then speaker of parliament no so what I say obi a ye the opay because they all know say they have the authority to act because they are member of parliament. So sebi as a makaranta. Dina maka sebi bia the open. You soldiers for no call, you know. Me as a layman, say me a layman na soldiers for no call, you know. Minimum rebia chere soldiers for ye dey. E call ho na bia etiamra as a layman. So what I say, obi a obeka say e na soldiers for no call na ye because the na ekoso na nke omudi agwe bia nkomba kontokwa obi a wo hwa wonim Ghana mbra no sa na obedwen se won de me ba nti obi bedwen se na ye obi bedwen se na nye because
so wo bedwen se nye ye o ma omunim
mbra no se ni kwa se soja for parliament sa ko ye za e ma ko ye nonetheless obi ga se bi o mkwa na o mo kontokwa abato na penche kakra bi ye de esi ye ba hwe blues a ona bo mutaka de bobo kalosa enkra kaso just for ni ho ebi kwa nke be hard so what I say de o kan odika say yanka ho hwe but ogasi yanka ho hwe de a na no so ase to sin kakra because aban bia ba omo bo aban na chi opposition and time so just for no be mu no ona bo mutaka kwa ka ho asem so what I say NDC for ka ho asem bebre that means almost so ye sebi mamufu a almost so ka ho asem yeye okay so what I say no ni say one come to the extent like bianca we expect and I make can say saban bia ba omo bo mo echi opposition so what I say NDC for also no MPP for na bo mo echi pa e ma say 2016 Nana Addo win ye so what I say sans na do we ni NDC for so born na do achi sa Japan di ba ni adi so what I say nti we na see ye no so oga so obi anka ho asem dia na etuchi makakra amanfo kan ho asem no mo kan ho asem ye henfo NDC for na dia mo kasa bebre ni say apart from say NDC for mo ye hu so mo ye member of NDC ni kan ho asem no neutral persons ni bebre anka ho asem because we saw it as normal say ntokwesi parliament the soldiers for kopata so what I say no so want asia nti dia ma ono want asia ni say council nyina for ma no ma meto sanete dia ma want asia say bi say Christian council dia ma make say fa be no ye no kure no say bi say Christian council another states no in state institutions na ko munimum mra na no munim say nke ni ko say soldiers for ko ho no mo etna ho mo anka mo rebuke asem no mo ehwa ma asem na twem mo anka ho asem the next time a BBC a obi so di soldiers be ko mo beka ho asem ana okay so won de me pa che no it no de o kan odi kan say o ka so mo ye hypocrite Christian council I'm not can't attacking them, but there are so many instances Christian Council don't even talk about it a hard dream. You fast some I can grant on chain. Then see what would say engophobia kwa baby a friend saying engophobia baba be gay and lesbian office. Our car. So Nina Yenti Hoshe, who gave them the chance to come and do that? So what I say, he said the honorable Muntala Kano, I'm not supporting the NDC, but no maybe we hold my see a kind of cry. Okay. To an extent, say will be a taking decision so about the wine and instructing the pakron. I don't know Magana. Sano mo bebre e koswa entwa yie no. So what I say, entwa yie kura. Nti ya no de odi ka say e wo say condemn. Yes, you condemn. Now what can be baby I know what you say Ghana had come here say na don ko Akufo Ghana president na say obi Addo no. I said the obey bia you hu say normal. But say koye no say NDC aban anase Mahama dia and you hu say asem bi si da. Nti Ghana for time Mahama. Me and also the okan nso me ne nya adwen. E che say obi odo na na do bia kan hu say no MPP ni. Say ade ne ye bone kra na okan kan hu say MPP ni. And obi so entonsa insha ni busiefu. But say at the same time you beka say Mahama so adofo. But say bia na issue ba bia ono two ono abu ntala no hu enipa dodo a e kan asem ni biga na ha what social media. And make say se boni si e wona na do amamu mu a ehu se e ya ban no e forta na se nipa ne ka ho asem a ka ehu se o ye MPP ni. So what you say? So you can't go and tell an MPP to speak on behalf of ex-president John Mahama na say to speak against Nanado. Me dey ka asem. Et won ne nya adwen say bia NDC for asem ba e trended but MPP for asem ba na say ayekoko mu asem. That means their communication is poor. Okay. We politics are 7 years canon between MPP and NDC. Say work between Nanado and Mahama. Me gina mfimfia. Aka chem say Ghana for do Nanado aka hu say na obi a boni kura be si obe support Nanado. MPP ni. Boni esi maybe esi a no nimie no unim say me nka emma Nanado because enye. So what I say, if this parliament no me esi here, the Kofi be go am say punish you more as an MP. Okay. But yeah, insist all because it be omo MPP for na. So what I say, me make say nye soldiers for a call na they were even too much. So what I say, na nye but me dey nye na meka. But omo wo be hu say e bia asem na utum say nye na omo support omo so omo don na do. Na so omo MPP for they have to make their communication so tight that assembly here umbetimi akasa ama mozo yadi omone as an NDC as NDC party. So on them party into we say Ghana for do Nanado do that means if your communication you know and they are tight and they are strong to an extent say omo ngofo omutimi bridge the gap of mistakes omo ngofo omutimi defend that is it. Okay. Oh say them party and they were in power. And they have built so many friends saying gaps be and I say on say Nanado crowd by and over the ministerial positions and then doors on. Just more create more positions, more so what I say, do opposition, that is what you will say. But what you have to do is also make your communication so strong. And how? And only ask them on the minimum how obviously but who's will be Nanado assembly nye. Then the panel support to like who's MPP ni. Okay. And you bear in mind, say MPP so party need there. Omonya bias or omo party. I just say be say one be say be na work in Japan obeka. It will be no blasting near there. Obi anywhere obeka say the party. Just like what he is saying against Nanado. Okay. And you know nice the idea say what they about bontia no they shama for bitirimu say Ghana ha yimu ye Nanado ye ja Mahama and you hypocrites no ye free yetirim. That is it. Na bibi say any ho. Bibi say any ho. Dinti ama me say kasa ne say ye ohana ye suspend koko ni do hu. Ye ohana baba aluteju cops and some o kanyina as respect Nanado. What is going on in the party a ebema o sankofo ni nyina kasa omo kasa nyina so omo do Nanado. You see what I'm saying? Asem bi o ho atumi say anka yese koko ni do hu ko support NDC pa so na o say the all Kenya na je say open Nanado asem and open MPP party na asem. because of certain things. If Alutejo Kofi say Addo is a matured person than Mahama, and I say be than Mahama.
I say age wise.
It's a mature. No. You can't maturity. It's not about age. Maturity is the mind. Maturity is how.
Or come maturity or the age in there compare.
But utia sama. It's not about age. Or can't is matured in tackling certain issues.
Okay.
That means you are no nyansa di tackling super. Wo nyi zebi na adwene ni ho di tackling issues. Do share near cost war party in and who say the communication is poor. What is going on that people are loving Addo than express the Mahama? That is their problem. They have to solve the issue themselves. Any neutral person can't do that. So what I say, neutral person there, the one.
Okay.
One with them patch. Ha.
Yeah, we into the
Kakra mechanic and some now can be an okre. So just for more call a friends Parliament. Yes, I know. The CEO of Parliament be bring yet. And case you can't want them. You will be good. You criticize it. You are inputting them for who say, see who's out there we are a disrespect to the nation. Okay. And can't want them, sir. So what I say. Nonetheless, if you are the entire can't want them about on the CEO. Court some people bem. Inina idea bridging the gap between the Beckham was and court on some. As I say, court on some nan they say there's a general my train say it will boss them. So what I say, but said the OC Cassani dear, if I'm baby no crescent case, I can't want some so the bay in a vision idea. A film, young Kofi or make us and case a punish you, who said near course Parliament and Trey. That is it. As I my new from let's say. And we go shim ballot box no. Anka abonti anka issue too.
Marry and get about them.
Oh, God them cry. So what I say, ha. This is just for Muko Hobby Baby. They were too much. So what I say, and so after all, we court now be do so. Inteno, you should you should the twice we be see na the SCA any day, yeah. And yes, we are Ghana. They say Corona and normal and a costume. The mechanic say, we show face mask now, exercise social distance. No, never boama. What prevent you who say, I know, and foul because a foul, a hopper, the crime can.
Yes, Jack. You have your foreign say the more Ebesiano say Jack a Kayano or say NPP communication team near strong and you know say you Ramuntala. Ebe kase ebia favoritism bi ewo na Ghana for the way na hu hia na mum de also mo ye and some communication team ni be strong so that we say issue bi ba how on be babontia be defend no we say within 2 minutes na if ayere fro bi adwun because communication omo no do mu ni omo ka say adwuma na o say o mu tu hu anamo na favoritism na we meka we die ye mfa mu man sa na ma e na do comment about the masi bi di e de adwoa e champoma.